Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Njabulo. Just gonna be trying to create an alternative home from the existing homes. Basically, some people know me from Real Mastermind as well as Name Podcast, Coast Nation, as well as Mzansi Unfiltered. So as Njabulo, I decided to create an alternative home for you guys, which will be a channel that will actually be called News for Show, where investigative analysis is redefined. In doing so, we want to make sure that we transform the investigative processes today. So what then I'm gonna try to do, I will be trying to introduce Mzansi for Show. Um, News for sure. Ish, that's it for sure. News for sure. News for sure is it is inspired by other channels like Mzansi Reality, Mzansi Unfiltered. People that have started there in the olden days, where Mzansi Reality will see Emily sitting there. They're trying to unpack and Mr. Anu the current affairs to actually assist us to join the dots. So now I'm trying to close the gap where I want to remain a very real platform where we use technical analysis to authenticate any information or any headlines that has been mentioned on either in court or in a general headline in the news just to verify whether those things are there. So we will try to authenticate facts. By doing so, I want to emphasize that authentication of facts beyond headline for accurate investigation reporting. So then we use the technical surveillance method. We use intelligence gathering methods and for forensic journalism approach. So these things, it's some things that we'll definitely be talking about in due course. So what will be then our mission? Our mission, it's three. We authenticate fact where we authenticate facts and we connect the dot on the investigation that reveals the truth beyond the complex event. You've seen the Zondo Commission, we've seen the Senzomiwa case, we've seen the three constables that eventually disappeared. Now we're looking at Madlanga Commission. So that's some of the information that we'll actually use to authenticate some of the statement that will be made by those witnesses. Advanced intelligence method. So we'll use technical digital methods which are rooted in forensic techniques to uncover the hidden narrative. For example, Senzomiwa case, we had Vodacom expert that was talking about what we called now a NEMO system, where they're talking about GPRS data as well as the IP address. Using those IP address, we are able to pinpoint exactly where the accused person are, which is vice versa to what the perception that is actually being projected in court. So we will try to actually use those methods to actually assist. Multi-layers perspective. Our approach will provide a comprehensive perspective on the missing conversation in reporting. That's empowering informed. So as YouTubers, we are actually currently are providing an alternative view to the current news. How does it work? We are multidisciplinary intelligence where integrate technical open source information, human intelligence for a thorough analysis. So this will be a journalist now is writing this about Njabulo, but we go back and say, but wait a minute. Then you say this about Njabulo 10 years ago. So those some of those things, data collection, take information that witnesses are saying in court, and then we put them on a timeline to see what does that makes up. In terms of the ethical and legal standards, well, try to make sure that we are very responsible in these channels. And we'll make sure that we proceed with the elements of being very insightful and also just to improve the element of reporting from us. These technical methods that we're going to use, I'm going to share with you a summary of these methods, basically. So it's first one is UTS, which is ubiquitous technical surveillance. So that's and also alternative to that is unauthorized technical surveillance. This is like more offensive approach where we will just sketch on a very thin line where we're trying to uncover something without really crossing the line. I'm not sure whether you're hearing me. We will try to sneak using a backdoor on certain platform without really crossing the line. So these are some of the techniques that's what will be involved in this process. Also, when we then also look at the TSCM, as a technical practitioner myself, is that TSCM practitioner, we're more of the friendly guys where we use defensive mechanism to prevent or to detect any illegal activity that is currently happening. This could be in a form of a data that is flowing out. This could also actually assist us in actually doing from element where you do sweeping. People know that there's sweeping technique. But even within the sweeping technique, there is risk framework that we use to actually do our investigation. So we'll use those technique to actually assist us to um, investigate or to extract more information from the current affairs news. The other portion will be the forensic mindset application, where we're applying forensic approach to identify digitally and physical anomalies. Basically, this is like saying when the state or anybody is presenting saying elements like we took Kat's phone that was thrown in the water. So now for us, we'll have to think about what type of phone was that? Which phone that can work after it's been underwater? So those are some of the elements that we'll actually use to question certain narrative. Protecting investigation integrity. So it's just to make sure that everything that is done within the proper procedures. Intelligence gathering. So, guys, I know when you say intelligence gathering, we're just talking generic things that are open there, which is open source intelligence, which is self-explanatory there in terms of what then we will be doing in those elements. And then number two is human intelligence. These are frameworks that we actually use to gather information to come through to my analysis. This is just purely to help people to understand that I don't just wake up one day and then decide that this is what I'm going to talk about. And then also on the dark web research. So on the dark web, this is where I talk a lot about a lot of issues. Sorry about that. So, dark web is a space in the internet where it's a huge market world. It's a marketplace where you can find a lot of information that is there for sale. That sometimes, if you want to check on somebody else, it's a space that I always say that people, when you go in there, you must actually really approach that space with a lot of caution. You must go there if you know what you're doing. But these are some of the techniques that I use for me to come to my own conclusions. So I'm saying that why do you want to choose us, basically? It's because our proposition, it's simple. We are technique-driven investigation. We'll use proven technical methods for us to come to an alternative or to agree with a particular narrative. Comprehensive research, we will use all of the methods, technical methods that we've said, to actually assist you to get you to an in-depth investigation processes. We always want to remain reliable and with actionable information where once information that is there, whoever consumes it must be in a position that they can utilize it. Empowering, we want to make sure that as our audience, you guys are very much empowered. And our conclusion is that, of course, if there's a lot of gratitude and we will want to thank you guys for all the support that you'll actually assist. And I must say that I'm not a whistleblower. I'm definitely not doing this thing as a charity event. Of course, there will be some sort of incentive that I will get from YouTube. And I will also encourage you guys so that we actually advance in terms of the school that we are commenting on, because this is touches around the issues of your cybersecurity. There will be certain elements where we just generally creating a very awareness where we encourage people or create an awareness in terms of all IT related stuff. Engagement is encouraged. Guys, you need to subscribe and really make those comments. Is if the comment is clean and fair, we'll take that. We all wake up with bad days sometimes. If you feel like that, you know what, I've crossed the line, please don't sweat me. Rather write along things why you don't agree with me. I would gladly agree to disagree with you. I would gladly or challenge you in those things. Please don't sway. Let's not make this thing personal. I'll also try not to be too personal around these matters, but this is what it is. Sometimes the data we might come across with, it might be against your favorite person. It might not be agreeing with the narrative that you've been believing in. So ongoing commitment to make sure that reaffirmation and dedication on uncovering the truth, that's providing clear and comprehensive analysis. This is what we intend to do. So now, good people, I need you to actually remain very supportive. We really do appreciate the effort that you've done so far, where we've been engaging with on all the other platforms where you guys are continuing, you're subscribing to our platforms, you are engaging with us, because engagement is key. Remember, we're providing an alternative platform which now pushes the mainstream media um, into the corner, so that their narrative, it's not the only narrative that is available to you guys to consume. But then also is that we've all have experience in different fields. So we may have came across a lot of information which we think that now people must not believe something that is not quite a reality to make it a reality. All we will be trying to do is that it's okay if people lie, but it becomes very bad if they're trying to make us to believe their lies. So if they are lying for themselves and they believe their lie, it's fine. But from where we're coming from a space where we're saying, do not try to convince us about your lie. I will remain, with regards to the Sons of Miwa case, I'll remain a team defense. I still believe that we still need to investigate this matter. South Africa, we're grateful, South Africa and the Constitution, because it allows us that we can freely criticize people. And I'm not going to be using allegedly on my platform. If you feel that I've crossed the line, please, it's either engage me, I will apologize if you've actually informed me that maybe something that I've said may have directly or indirectly offended you, or the statement that I've used is actually is not quite correct. So I will be happy to apologize. But then also feel free as well to engage me directly if you feel that the technique I'm using is outdated or the information that I'm relying on is not quite correct. I'm not in this platform trying to invite litigation process against myself. No, definitely not. I'm actually doing this thing because I've got passion and love for my country, which then now I feel that using the platform that YouTube has provided us and our country as a whole, that we need to actually engage each other with a lot of respect. All the actors, your people who are in the leadership roles, I'm apologizing in advance that we may be coming very hard on the statements that you've said. It's nothing personal. It may have been in the form of reaction. So all the police officers that, especially in Senzo Mewa case, it's like, I'm hoping that one day you can repent. I'm hoping that one day you can come to a place where you can say, enough with the lies. Let us all love South Africa. Let us all be truthful. Let us all engage in a meaningful matter. In all of these things, I'd like to thank you and watch out on the next video. Bye.